Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the TVYFL Game of the Week. Game 2 setting up here from Alder Creek Middle School. Cannot wait for this one. We got Estacada Rangers 7-8 taking on the Milwaukie Mustangs 7-8. These are battle of undefeateds, right, Bob?
Yeah, Jake, I'm absolutely jacked about this game tonight. Milwaukee, ever since they kind of went to the blend versus the traditional JV and varsity teams, they've been a bit of a powerhouse, a playoff team last year. Estacada, this is the first year that they've gone to the blend. Last year they had just enough, and we know what kind of excitement their varsity team brought last year. JV team struggled, but this team, led by Coach Ken Rydell, is lighting it up. So both these teams 5-0, and really they're kind of playing for seeding in the playoffs, the blend playoffs, and what looks to be kind of avoiding a first round matchup versus what looks to be the number one seed in the other division, being an undefeated Lincoln team right now who's having no problem putting points on the board. So very important game, and I am absolutely stoked to see both these teams.
So here we go with the kickoff from Estacada, all the way back. Fielded cleanly by number 10, Tate Brandon. And Brandon coming to the near side. Stutter step move. Finally forced out of bounds by
not done
Packer
yet.
Rangers. So it'll be 1st and 10. Milwaukie on the 34-yard line.
And that's what's kind of cool, you know. This blend is a new level that we set up for the TVYFL a couple of years ago to just accommodate these teams that just weren't getting the numbers that they could field a full 8th grade team or a full JV team. And some of them were kind of forced into fielding what they had, and you would see sidelines with 1, 2, 3 players, and that's it. And that's just no way to play at the upper level. So now you see both teams got a host of players on the sidelines. Everyone's staying fresh. Everyone's getting playing time.
Talk about fresh going over the top. Big man number 1, Ty Jones finds his man downfield. Number 10, Tate Brandon on the big Milwaukie reception. Look at this.
That's a heck of a throw and catch there. And we have to remember, you know, when you say blend or you 7-8, you know, some people kind of think of that as a little bit lesser than our varsity, you know, divisions. But the 8th graders that play on both these teams, they're varsity level players. They just don't have enough of them. So you're going to see some excitement. And you saw it right there. That was a pitch and catch that, you know, we haven't seen a lot of that except out of that 5'6" Clackamas kid this year at the varsity level.
Nehemiah Gall with the tackle there. Big run here all the way down. This one's going to come back. Got a hole, but Lorenzo Dukes. Lorenzo Dukes for Milwaukie. He's going to get another opportunity to run this one. That penalty in the backfield in the neighborhood of holding.
Number 21 making a big stick for Estacada, but luckily it is coming back for Estacada because that was a big 8-9 yard gain. Milwaukie looks like they are coming ready to play, and Estacada is, I'm thinking, a little bit on their heels right now. The beneficiary of a holding, but they need to slow this team down in a hurry because Milwaukie looks explosive on offense.
So 1st and 20 after the hold. Coming up on 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Milwaukie on fire so far. Play action boot to the near side. Coming and keeping it is Ty Jones.
He's not even thinking about throwing
Ty Jones ain't thinking about that at all. But
nice play there.
Great
nice
tackle.
Chase down.
Number 21, Caden Watkins there.
That kid's been all over the field so far tonight for Estacada. I did talk to Ken before the game tonight. He didn't find out that they were on the game of the week until I think earlier today. Otherwise, he would have put together some nicknames for us like his brother did last year.
That was brilliant last year. All those great insights.
Made a big chunk of that loss from the penalty.
And stalled, but not stopped. Off
running.
He goes. Number 32, Lorenzo Dukes. Lorenzo all the way down 21. To the 4 and reeled in by Caden Watkins there. Wow, what a run from Lorenzo.
I tell you, Estacada is going to have to make those. I mean, you don't got to make the tackle, but you got to hold on and wait till your friends get there, or it's going to be a long night for Estacada.
Dukes dominating the run game right now.
Milwaukee's got they got some size up on front of that line, and clearly they got some power, strong running backs. That one deep running back there, he's big, strong, and fast, and that's a tough combination to bring down.
Play action keep, and he's going to keep it.
And that quarterback's
all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. Ty Jones, number 1.
That was too easy. And I think if you ask Ken Rydell over there on the Estacada sidelines, he'd agree with me. That was too easy of a drive. Estacada's going to have to stiffen up in this going forward here, or they're going to be in for a long night, because that was just too easy. I'm impressed with the weapons that Milwaukie has. I mean, that quarterback is, like I say, obviously he can throw the ball, and he is definitely a good runner as well, and that's a tough dual threat to stop. Nice
but
play
I'll tell
there.
you what, they got it on that one. Number 62 for Estacada, the big dog.
Mr. Watkins again there
Thomas
making the
Seal
tackle.
and Watkins doubling up on that, shutting that 2-point conversion down, holding it to a 6-0 game here early. But the Mustangs riding out fast.
Well, let's see what the beasts from the East are out there in Estacada can do on offense, because I suspect 21's going to be as much as he is a pivotal part of their defense, I suspect he's probably a bit of a performer on offense as well. So we might have ourselves just an all-out offensive battle tonight. We'll see.
So Milwaukee setting up to kick. Number 4, Mason Mueller for the Mustangs. Milwaukee faithful in the stands representing.
Well, they are loud and proud down there.
That they are. Big kick here from Kenneth Lopez.
Nice twist.
Yeah, that was.
I think the sideline. Oh, did he get it?
That was really close.
He got out of bounds.
I think it just went out of bounds. We get the flag there, but that was really close to recover from Tate Brandon.
Oh, yeah. He put a little English on that.
That he did. That was solid.
The
solid
big guy.
kick. Look at that. So close. Just that one elbow right out of bounds when he maintained the recovery. The official on the sideline, a perfect view of that.
Got to believe Estacada's taking the ball there. That's great field position for them.
And then 1st and 10 for the Rangers on their 49-yard line. Nothing like half the field to work with on your first series. Gotta like that.
Look who the tailback is, Mr. Watkins.
Plugging up the hole, but going right by it.
There he goes for 6.
Caden Watkins, easy 6 on the carry. Milwaukie bringing some heat. Antonio Aguilar. Nice spin move away from pressure. Got Aguilar and Lopez in there. A couple big guns for Milwaukie, but heads up running from Caden Watkins, keeping his eyes up, finding the open. 2nd down and 4 here. Man in motion cross formation. Going to hand off to Watkins again and just
first down.
Unrelenting.
Boy, that was all him.
Wow.
There.
Grant Ellison had huge contact on Watkins, and there was nothing he could do to stop him.
Yeah, okay.
That is a monstrous 1st down carry.
Estacada just, they're not as big or flashy, but they brought their lunch block.
They got it. Yeah,
blue collar offense here, just ground and pound.
They got a right cross here that's working well, and they're going to hand off again. Watkins putting his shoulder down, just plowing through a herd of Mustangs. It's going to be another 7-yard carry. Caden Watkins, if he's not on your fantasy 7-8 football team, I don't know who would be for a starting running back. He is already racking up the yardage with the touch.
Well, I was watching Estacada warm up, and they can throw the ball too. It looks like, at least in the warm ups there, I saw some passing going on. So this has got to bode well for a passing game with people starting to suck up now, trying to stop number 21 Watkins. And
play action works well there, and Andrew Rydell rides it out of bounds all the way down to the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Rangers.
Boy, you got a mobile quarterback on both sides of the football tonight, and that is youth football is just a dual threat that's so hard when you're really athletic. I'm guessing by the last name there, that's Coach Kenny's boy there at quarterback running the ball. So definitely he's got some wheels on him.
So 1st and 10 for the Rangers on the 23-yard line.
Great
action again. Mustangs bite on it inside. Stretch the outside is Rydell, and Rydell rides it again all the way down to the 15. Boy, Estacada, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Back and forth running is working wonders here so far for the Rangers.
Boy, the way these offenses, both sides so far are moving the ball, the over-under on this might be around 70 or 80.
I'm good with that, Bob. Even being a former, I guess I'll say now retired defensive coordinator, I like seeing shootouts. And a keeper right up the gut. Well-timed Bronco play there.
A little short, it looks like, from the mark, though.
But that caught
still
Milwaukee standing.
Third and manageable for sure.
So Milwaukee wasn't quite ready for that one. Estacada is going to be third in a very short one.
Now, it wouldn't surprise me if Ken's, if this quarterback's got a great football IQ, he probably gives him a green light to make that call on his own if he sees something that looks like that.
Shotgun snap goes high, handoff. And there he goes again. Oh, my goodness. Caden Watkins, 1.21 Watkins. He has got some serious power going inside there between the tackles. First and goal, Rangers.
Well, as good as he is right there, I'll give a shout out to that offensive line so far for Estacada. I mean, they're just doing a great job. He's not really getting 3-4 yards before he's really getting touched. So they're doing a great job up front in the trenches for Estacada. Good time.
2 yards in a cloud of turf. Tackle there.
Like 32.
Inside, had
there's another one.
Lorenzo Dukes and number 5, Trevor Olson, in on that one from the outside. It's going to take at least 3 Mustangs to bring him down. He is just an absolute force of nature.
They're in goal right now, yeah.
Second and goal from the 8. Rangers in the shotgun. Single back set is Watkins.
He's on the 11.
Play action and trying valiantly for the block on the edge is number 27.
Recovery.
Oh, man. Nehemiah Gall did his best out there to block the big man coming in off the edge, but physics won the day on that one.
I mean, their SK has got to be in 4-down territory, and this is like as much running as they're doing. This feels like a good opportunity for a little play-action pass maybe. I think it might be a good opportunity to catch Milwaukee sleeping a little bit.
Third down carry, and they're going to send it all the way to the edge. Big stiff arm on the outside. He's going to step out at about the 2. Oh, boy, that's a tough.
Yeah, unless you got Watkins in your backfield, then you just give him the ball.
Play number 1, hand Watkins the rock. Play number 2.
Yeah.
Figure out play number 3 to hand Watkins the rock. 4th and goal now from the 5. They're going to say he stepped out 1 step short right there on the 5. So Watkins couldn't quite get it.
That changes the complexity a little bit of this play. I'm really curious to see what Kenny's got dialed up.
Well, coming up, showing blitz here are the Mustangs. Handoff inside, going right off guard and right at the line of – oh, boy, that's going to be just short of the goal line, Bob, on the half-foot line.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, huge defensive stand there for Milwaukee, but honestly, if you're Estacada, I'm sniffing safety right now. I'm going to put some serious fence work up and try and keep Milwaukee stuck in that end zone.
Well, yes and no. You got to be careful here. This Milwaukee offense is explosive because that safety can turn into a 99-yard touchdown run or pass too if they catch the edge or a long pass. But I like what you're I mean, you're right. I'm doing the same thing. I'm bringing the heat right now and making this kid beat me. But you got to protect the edges and keep that quarterback hammed in. You can't let him scramble because he's a threat every time he carries the ball.
So Estacada goes 3 tight on the inside. Handoff right there on the edge. He's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard with the push. But that was not a lot. Give a little bit of breathing room to the Mustangs. Number 34 there for Milwaukee, Jackson Nielsen.
Really, as much ground as Watkins can cover, he's sideline to sideline. You can defensively be a little bit more aggressive and maybe bring an extra pass rusher up there and see what kind of penetration you get and maybe get that safety.
Toss into the back of the end zone, trying to flat it out. Good blocking on the edge, but stopping him short of the sticks. Good tackle from Andrew Rydell out there on the outside. It's going to be short of the first down, and that's a big tackle because Milwaukee showed they get that outside edge. They can break away in a hurry.
Yeah, it looked like Estacada moved 21 a little to the right he was on the defensive right side of the ball, and Milwaukie ends up sweeping the other way. I don't know if they saw something that Milwaukie checked out of or something, but I mean, I want 21 right in the middle so he can cover the whole thing. Now they got him right up on the line.
Big pressure coming in. Big ball coming over the top. 2 guys behind him. Good defense there.
Oh,
number 23.
Excellent defensive
Number
play.
25. Got to call them out. Ryan Thiekel and Owen Marine.
I mean, that was a great pass, and really that receiver had a chance. If 25 doesn't make the hit there at the end, that's a long catch and gets Milwaukie out of the hole in a big way. So huge play by 25 there. A little beast from the east there. What's his name again?
Number 25, Owen Marine.
Nice. That's how you play defensive back there, Owen. Nice job. What's Milwaukie doing here? They're going for it?
Milwaukee's lining up like they're going to go for it. Fourth and
This is
short.
where you watched. Oh, they snapped it.
And that's going to be short of the sticks, Bob. I think that,
I don't
boy, that's
know.
really close. Going to depend on the spot here.
They need beyond the 10.
Estacada
Wow.
with the big fourth down stop, and the Rangers
stop.
getting it back just outside the 10. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 10.5 yard line.
I get being aggressive, Coach, but you're inside your own 10. Come on.
That's
Come on, man.
Come on, man. I'm pretty sure that one's already trademarked.
I think so, but I don't think anybody's checking it.
TVYFL Game of the Week broadcast for trademark infringement. 1st and 10 for the Rangers. The ball is on the 10-yard and 6-inch line. This is big for Estacada. Play action pass over the top. Finds a man in the flat. There he is again, number 25, Owen Marine. And Marine
Just get down to about the 2.
getting it done.
Yeah, I knew that play action was going to come out, and when you run the ball that effectively, like Estacada's been able to do so far, that should be open all night. I mean, Milwaukee, you got to choose one. It's hard to shut them both down. If they can do that effectively, they're in this game. Because I can tell you right now, I got a 10 spot says number 21 is going to have something to do with this ball right here.
Well, and showing blitz coming up inside is Lorenzo Dukes, and Dukes sends it and going opposite.
Ooh,
Caden
he's
Watkins,
down.
he was down. Oh, trying to assist the official there. Watkins' knee was down at about the 1 before that one popped out. So ball, we're going to call this the 3-inch line, Bob. I don't think I've ever seen a spot closer than that.
See what Milwaukie does. Now, what do they got in the middle? I mean, this is QB sneak time for
First
Mr.
and
Rydell.
goal, and there he goes right across the line. And
He's in.
Andrew Rydell, touchdown Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, the way this kid moved the ball up, again, another reason I think they probably should have punted, unless we saw this earlier this year. It appeared that, I don't remember who it was, that they just didn't have a punter because there was no situation that they did punt. So if they don't, that really hurt them that time, given a team as effective as Estacada. I mean, they're 5-0 for a reason. They can flat out move the ball. So giving them a short field like that, I got to question that.
So Rangers on the direct snap. I like that play. Handed to Caden Watkins on the direct snap, and the Rangers with a 2-point conversion puts it in the end zone. Estacada now, they lead 8-6.
And the way this game's shaking out so far, I can see this being extra points being a huge part of tonight's outcome. Because this is, like I say, the over/under here is going to be on the high side. It looks like.
That it does. TVYFL Game of the Week coming at you from Alder Creek Middle School, presented by Visus. Visus football helmet is different than anything else on the market you've ever seen. It's got that flexible outer shell and a design like a car bumper. It yields in a collision, deforms locally, and bounces right back into place to slow those impact forces before they reach the head. The 01 is the top-performing helmet for the 3rd consecutive year in the NFL, and it's the highest-rated helmet ever in Virginia Tech helmet safety testing history. Earlier this year, the Visus engineers, they upped the game. They designed the Visus 01 Youth. It's not just an adult helmet made smaller. It is a specially designed helmet for youth football players. It's got a compact design, lighter weight, higher field of view, better than anything else in the industry. Flags on the field here. We're going to get a re-kick on this one as it rolls out of bounds potentially. But the 01 Youth is the best testing football helmet in the history of Virginia Tech youth helmet ratings. With hundreds of middle schools and youth teams having made the switch to protect your player with the highest performing, safest helmet in the game, check out more about Vices technology at Vices.com. And when you're there, head over to the team store. There's one set up for Milwaukie and one set up for Estacada. Like every other Game of the Week participant, you can go get your color-matched, identical team helmet, custom fit, custom setup from Vices in your team store and use the code TVYFL10. That's TVYFL10 to get 10% off your Vices 01 youth helmet order.
Milwaukee starting out here with great field position. Wow.
Slinging it across.
Nice defensive play.
Brilliant work. Number 23, Ryan Thelke, the corner.
Well, these guys aren't big, but my gosh, these guys are gamers on this defensive back for the Rangers. I mean, they're just balling out there tonight. I mean, that's how you play cornerback. He's playing against a kid probably 6 inches taller than he is. Just doing a great job out there.
Absolutely. Call it Thelke Island for now. He is holding it down. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete handoff.
Whoa,
number 34.
nice play.
Big play.
That's the kid who's starting to heat it up. Number
that
14.
They are. Jackson Nielsen on the carry, trying to get away from it, and Jaden Beretta. What a remarkable tackle from Beretta. Just sheds the block, keeps his hands free. Great work there, absolutely 100%. EJ on the call there. He sold out to make that tackle, and he got it.
Big play here from Milwaukee here. They're kind of giving up a little momentum. Oh!
3rd and 14, trying to go with the halfback.
Oh! Estacada ball.
Yeah.
Mr. Watkins all
Mr.
over
Watkins
that.
with the fumble recovery, but little early trickeration that
Milwaukee getting a little fancy. I mean, I think they need a little bit more of this run-pass option from this quarterback. I mean, he is a force when he's running the ball. That's going to set up their passing game because Estacada has definitely settled down on defense after that opening drive, and they are playing some lights-out football right now.
So 1st and 10 after the recovery. Rangers on the move. Big flutter over the top. Caught at the goal line by number 23, Ryan Thelke. He falls in the end zone. Ranger touchdown.
Huge play.
There's some serious high fives happening there. Ready to go replay. Watch this. Boot to the near side. Throws a little bit of a flutter ball. Thelke climbs on a ladder. Look at him go up and get this.
When he let that ball loose, that had pick written all over it.
Man, coming over the top, Damon Lang.
That's a tough throw. That is a tough throw. And really put it right between two defenders. That's a heck of a throw and catch.
Back to real time here. Watkins getting it done. Ranger 2-point conversion is good.
We got a 2-possession game here in a hurry. Just from the extra points, and that's what we spoke earlier about. Is extra points are going to be important tonight, and I just get the feeling, at least from the Estacada standpoint, if you're inside the 5 and you're Estacada, I think that they probably don't feed Watkins all day and tell him there's meat in the end zone, and I don't think anything's going to stop him from getting there. He's just that kind of player. I mean, he kind of looks like he reminds me of a Tank Rydell from last year's team.
We miss Tank.
Love the nickname, missed the kid.
That's right.
But 21 there, he's along the same lines as old Tank Rydell from last year's Estacada 8th grade team.
Well, it's something in Mom's cooking at home.
This is an interesting time of the game for me because, Estacada's reeled off 2 straight touchdowns, got extra points, up 2 scores now, and Milwaukee's hasn't been tested this year. They've been lighting it up. They're undefeated. They've not been in this position. It's to see how teams react, like this in this situation. It's really interesting to see. Do you fold up tent and just kind of give up, or you do like? Oh, he almost broke one there.
Like Ty Jones right there, number 1 on the recovery.
I think Ty just answered my question and said, "No, we ain't giving up nothing here. We got a long way to go."
I got to think that Milwaukee's tried a couple of. We'll call them cute plays. I got to think they go back to their bread and butter that would have got them in the end zone that early first quarter. You got Ty Jones and a couple of stud running backs put the ball in their hands and run that rock.
And the quarterback. I mean, he might be the most dangerous running threat they have back there, especially with the threat because he's got an arm. I mean, he's just thrown some ropes tonight and hasn't connected on all of them, but he's a player.
Near side, and off he goes. Ty Jones.
Goes.
A lot of room to roam, and he's got a good edge block there. Man, Trevor Olson sprung him on the edge, still on his feet. It's going to take a few more Rangers to take him down all the way at the 21. Ty Jones.
Let's give a shout out to big number 0 there. Big defensive lineman chasing him all the way down.
Jace Rich, absolutely.
That don't happen very often, but look at that big boy run.
Look at that hustle. Ty Jones breaks loose here, and look at this edge block. Perfect edge block.
Right there.
Number five. Trevor Olson. Big shout out to Trevor on that.
He springs an extra 15, 20 yards.
100%.
Actually, more than that, 25 yards.
Yeah, that was a good textbook block there, hands out.
And this quarterback from Milwaukie, I mean, he's a special kid, and I think I think he's taking offense to the fact that they're behind. He's going to do something about it.
I would agree with that.
Nice
Handoff
play.
here to the inside.
There's Watkins again. A little help from his buddies.
A little power run there from...
Remember 15 there from Estacada also in on that tackle. Defensive lineman.
Number 28, Dominic Licati. So 2nd and 9 here. Little pro pass to the right. He's got a man wide open, stretching into the end zone. Tate, Brandon, TD Tate puts 6 on the board. Milwaukie right back in it. Mustang touchdown.
I told you I was excited for a reason, Jake. This was going to be a game tonight.
Look at that. Nice little stretch pass into the flat.
Like I say, this might be a blend team, but that quarterback's as good as we've seen this year at any levels. I mean, he can run the ball, he can throw the ball with accuracy. This is going to be a battle tonight.
Well, we got 28 points scored here as of now in the first, and there's a 2-point conversion is good. Pass and catch.
Yeah, I mean,
Trevor Olson.
Broken play there, too, and that quarterback just responded, and he's got the legs to get himself out of trouble and made a difficult pass, and just from his mechanic standpoint, and put it right on the money.
So this is what we were hoping for. 14 points here for the Mustangs after the 2-point conversion. We got Rangers now with their...
We're on track for 120 for the over-under right now.
I'll take it. I will take it. Blended 7-8 TVYFL Game of the Week action coming at you from Alder Creek Middle School. The field looks fantastic. The remodel out here, I think the last time we were out here for a game, Bob, it was actually still grass field. The field is phenomenal. The stands, the stadium, everything has been upgraded.
It's been a while since you've been out here then, Jake.
It has been a while. Kickoff coming from Milwaukie. Bleeder down the middle and falling right on top of it. Number 8, Lane Hartman. So Estacada will take over at the 37-yard line. But no, it looks great out here. I mean, Alder Creek has been here forever. You know, the old Clackamas High School, and upgraded the track and the stadium and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's gorgeous out here.
This is a great venue. I mean, it might be a good playoff venue for us. I'm not sure. Maybe not with the Wi-Fi issues we've had, but I mean, a good venue. We used to have the playoffs out here all the time.
It's fantastic. Toss here to the near side. Guess who? Caden Watkins, and Watkins is running.
Ball
on the field, and Milwaukie.
And it's going the other way.
Strips it down the sideline right in front of their bench.
Well, that's the second time. No, well, we saw that the first time in game 1 where it appeared to be, look at that, just Ole, number 10, I think.
Picked his pocket. Tate Brandon, look at that.
What a play. I mean,
ready to go replay on our Kai cam right there. High def Kai. Look at that. Brilliant camera work down there from Mr. Tinker. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs after the big turnover on their 49-yard line.
Boy, this is a war tonight.
Shotgun snap, flag on the play, going across the seam. tell you what.
Was picked.
That was close. I think Ty Jones might want to watch the film on that one. He was throwing that slant right into the receiving arms of a number of Ranger linebackers. I don't think his receiver is going to want to be stretching out for that one anytime soon again. Flag on the play against Milwaukie. Looking for the call. Gonna assume it's a procedural penalty, 5-yard penalty. Walking it back. We didn't get the hand signal, so it'll be 1st and 15 now for the Mustangs. Shotgun snap, back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Good pocket presence. Big ball going down the sideline, looking for Ty. Oh, and right out of the fingertips. Ty Brandon almost had that one.
Yeah, he just threw it over the wrong shoulder. He's still a receiver, almost made an adjustment. That would have been one heck of a catch if he was able to pull it in. But he looked inside, and the ball came to his outside shoulder. So, again, though, he almost made an adjustment good enough to make that catch, which would have been an impressive catch.
That it would have. And, I mean, I'll tell you what, if you're a football fan, there is nothing better than these two teams right now. They're showing they can do everything on the field. I mean, the defenses are getting tested here tonight, as evidenced by the score. 2nd and 15 for Milwaukie. Toss to number 32,
nice
Lorenzo Dukes.
Ooh.
Dukes gets dropped in the backfield. Number 64,
that
Owen
was a
Richardson.
Great play. I say number 10 for Milwaukie. What I thought was a great seal block on one, but then Dukes comes up and just makes a great play for a loss there. Even I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage or not, but it looks like he lost a couple yards. A great defensive play. That's one-on-one. If he doesn't make that tackle, I don't know if anybody does. So huge play for the Rangers from Estacada.
That is without a doubt. So it's going to flip the field, and it'll be 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16. We'll call it with the 1-yard loss for Milwaukie to start the second quarter.
So quick, I'm going to jump in here real quick. Looking at standings here for the two blends. So the blend's a little bit different than the varsity. The varsity, I'm dealing with 4 divisions. There's only 2 divisions of blend. So right now, as we look at it, and what we'll do is we'll cross them over. We'll take the 1 and 2 from both the 2 divisions, and they'll play in a 4-team bracket, and we'll take the 3s and the 4s. So from that perspective, as far as these two teams are, I mean, so even the loser here still fits in that 1-2 bracket. Again, it's just who you're going to play. So winner is probably the odds-on favorite to finish out as the number 1 seed out of this division. And what they do, and right now, if we stop tonight, that would be a first-round matchup against Malala. The loser of this game, they are going to play a team from Lincoln that is pretty dang good, and not that these two teams aren't pretty dang good as well, but that Lincoln team's 6-0, and they are running over people. So that's the team that, the loser of this team probably ends up playing in the first round of the playoffs. I don't know that that's who you want to play in the first round. In fact, I know you probably don't. So this is a huge game for both teams.
So coming off the quarter break, 3rd and 17 for Milwaukie, going for it on this. Big ball down the sideline with a passing catch. Trevor Olson again. Big time catch. Milwaukie. I'm loving this offense right now, Bob.
This kid's a gamer. I mean, and this, as good as this quarterback is, it only works if you have receivers who can catch it, and that is a great catch at youth football level. Number 5 there just pulled that ball in, going. He's turned around, he's going backwards, pulls it in. That's a heck of a play by number 5.
Trevor Olson is absolutely having a game, coming up clutch here early in big down situations. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Design keep.
That's cute,
running
yeah.
it. Ty Jones going to get about 7 on that one. Stacked up by a group of Rangers here.
It is just so hard to defend at this level of quarterback. Well, any level. A quarterback who can throw like that and run like that. I mean, that's a weapon that it's almost indefensible. And when you have other athletes and talent around that, that's why Milwaukee's 5-0 right now.
Coming up on the 9-minute mark here in the first half. Handoff.
Big hole.
Big hole for the big dog, number 32, Lorenzo Dukes.
It's about 5-6 yards there. Another first down.
Short down and distance, and he gets it done and then some, moving the sticks. 1st and 10, Milwaukie on the Estacada 19-yard line. TVYFL Game of the Week coming at you from Alder Creek, Middle school. Quite the fan base for both these sides. Estacada always travels strong.
Oh, yeah.
Milwaukie, obviously, hometown, home team, home school. Handoff here to Dukes. Dukes dances inside,
He's
cuts
not
it
done.
back. He's
Oh,
not
there you
done. Lorenzo doing some damage inside there. Look at him go.
Yeah, that Estacada community gets behind their youth sports, their high school sports. They absolutely love it when their teams are playing well. And as I say, it's a small community, but they represent well and they compete. And like I say, last year's 8th grade team did just an amazing job. I mean, it was a Rudy type run through all the big schools until they finally met someone who was just too big a player in Westland in the championship game. But just getting there spoke volumes about how good that team was.
Ty Jones with a swing pass out in the flat. Well covered again, but not able to go down.
Shook that loose.
Good block.
Nice block
Touchdown
there.
Mustangs. What a sequence.
And that was just a team effort there. We saw great blocks, a couple good blocks, one seal block, one straight out block. Great, I mean, a good opportunity in those type of situations where you see clips and that type of stuff and holding. Great, I mean, there's a great block there. I mean, 14 chases him down, but
Mason Mueller, what a catch, and just would not be denied. Look at him. I mean, that is perfect coverage from Ryan Thelke.
Yep.
And Mueller, I mean, that's like versus like, size and size there. I mean, Mueller he wanted it.
I mean, he did what he had to do. He's got a bigger kid, more, a stronger kid. He held on, and what he needed was help, but he just didn't get help in time.
So after the errant fumble on another big Estacada run, Milwaukie makes him pay for it. Touchdown here with the 2-point conversion. Brings the score to 22-16. Milwaukie over Estacada.
Yeah, Estacada, I'm sure Ken's over there reeling a little bit, thinking, okay, I need to get myself back in this game, and, what better way to get my offense back on the field and start doing the things that we do well. And like I say, if they can put together a drive here, this is going to be a back and forth game. So, but they've given up 2 straight, and Milwaukee's proven they can score and score quickly. I think if I'm Ken over there, I got to figure out how do I keep their offense off the field, and that is just long, sustained drives. Don't give them opportunities. Play stingy defense as much as you can to try to slow them down and just keep their offense off the field. I mean, that's going to be your best defense tonight.
That is the perfect way to put that. So here's the kick, dropping right at the numbers. Oh, and he's going to be forced to field it. Coming up to the near side. Good tackle. Closing in, number 21, Lincoln Rathmanner. But Carson Gardner-Randall there. Good return. He thought that was going to squirt out of bounds, and he was waiting for it, and it just died. And he made a good decision there to scoop it up and take it back. Here we go with Estacada now. If you're Milwaukie, Estacada's been able to run pretty successfully. I'm not getting too excited about this Caden Watkins coming out of the backfield at me. So number 21 in the backfield again. Andrew Rydell. They fake it to Watkins. Handoff on the end around.
Made something out of nothing.
Yeah, Nehemiah Gall, he is running valiantly, and Milwaukie sniffed that one out pretty well, or they got lucky. A little bit of over-penetration from the D-line kind of fell that play right in their lap, Bob.
And funny you should say that because I'm looking right now at the Milwaukie defensive line. Number 18, Jaden Robertson. Number 24, Titus Lopez. I mean, look. I don't know if you can see it, but look at the nose guard right now. 18 is probably 95 pounds soaking wet.
Holding on to a 25-pound plate.
And look who's in the backfield right now.
Absolutely.
Number 18 just doing a great job.
And he had first contact on that one. The rest of the Mustangs coming at him, but ball pops out again. Milwaukie thinks they've got it, but the officials waiting to. They got it. Number 8 for the Mustangs. Number 9, John Faulkner. Faulkner putting a fork in the Ranger drive here with another.
Let's see the replay on that. Oh, he's down.
Tough.
He's down.
How did I can see that?
So 1st and 10 for Milwaukie after the fumble recovery on the 39-yard line. Mustangs coming in. Looking strong here. Boot to the near side, looking for a man downfield. He finds him just outside the outstretched arms there, number 9. John Faulkner couldn't quite reel that one in. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now for Milwaukie. So 2nd and 10 now after the incomplete. Milwaukie. Single back set on the keep. Looking to pitch, and he does. Comes to near side. Good timing there. Trevor Olson.
Covered well by Estacada, I will say that.
Very good defense. Number 64 for Estacada, Owen Richardson. Number 8, Lane Hartman on the tackle.
Big number 0 out there on the, like I say, he's going sideline to sideline. I'd love to see that from the big guys.
Jace Rich, yeah, and I think he's going over to his own sideline and get a little bit of oxygen here for a second. That's a big man shuffle going over there. I think he's going both ways at this level is tough, especially. I mean, look at the, and you said it, Bob, about the 7-8 blend with both. I mean, these are deep squads and deep teams on both sidelines.
Big play here, Jake. Really
you got big guys playing
Estacada.
both sides. That's a tough road to hoe. 3rd and 10 for Milwaukie. In the flat, well covered. Incomplete, but well covered there.
And Milwaukie, this is 4-down territory for Milwaukie, but this is a big play for Estacada right here. I mean, they absolutely need to get the ball back. They just lost a possession on that fumble a couple plays ago, and that was a big hit to them. So now is an opportunity for them to get the ball back and start taking some clock, taking down the clock. But this is important, I think, for Estacada because Milwaukie is starting to heat up and get in that groove that you just start thinking. Once you get in that groove, sometimes it's kind of hard to stop that momentum. So big play here, 4th and long. And I mean, you hate to give up first downs on 4th and long anyway, anything in long. And so this is big for Estacada. And I'm sure on the other side, Milwaukee's thinking, we get this, we keep going, we put another score, and all of a sudden now we got that lead, that 2-possession lead that Estacada had not that long ago. But that just speaks to how explosive this Milwaukie offense is.
Absolutely. TVYFL Game of the Week from Alder Creek Middle School, presented by Vices. The Vices 01. It's the number 1 helmet at every single level of football. From the NFL all the way down here to the youth, it is the top-performing helmet with over 200 NFL players wearing the 01, including All-Pro Russell Wilson, as well as last year's Super Bowl MVP and the overall league MVP. With over 200 NCAA programs and more than 1,800 high schools playing in the 01, Vices engineered the 01 youth just for this level and these guys. Hundreds of middle school and youth teams have made the switch, and if you want to learn more about Vices technology, head to Vices.com for more. Big keep here by Ty Jones. Ty Jones breaking away.
Gone.
Ty be gone. Touchdown Mustangs after the timeout.
And I'll tell you, as defensively, and I got to believe that Kent's got this guy out, but the one kid on that Milwaukie team that you just have to have a plan for on every play is number 1. Every single play, you can never assume that's going to be anything but him carrying the ball. And if you have to, give up a player to spy him, you got to do it because he is explosive.
Ty Jones just absolutely owning this field. What a cutback there and a good solid bit of upfield running, good vision, knowing right when to put that foot down and go north.
Yeah, he's a level above here.
Oh, and he's going to get stopped just short on a 2-point conversion. Big tackle there inside for Estacada. And that's a big stop, Bob. It's a 12-point game.
Absolutely, it's a big stop. I mean, this is you could almost say, I don't want to say automatic, but the way this 21, Mr. Watkins from Estacada gets the ball, when you put him on the 2.5-yard line, you're not going to stop him very often. So that's a big play. And now it's Estacada's chance to get back, but they have just got to get a sustained drive here and
hold on to the ball. I mean, from the replay, it looked like the runner was down on the previous fumble, but this is not not one of those situations where the officials have that luxury.
I mean, this is, and Coach Rydell will tell you this. You don't play. This is like playing Kansas City and turning the ball over twice in the first half. That's not a successful formula. You cannot have turnovers to beat a team as good as Milwaukee. You have got to play your best ball, and giving up 2 possessions where two potentials to drive down the field, take time off the clock, keep your offense off the field, and score touchdowns, and then you've just given them up for fumbles. That's a killer. And
that
you
is
just
a
can't
killer.
do that.
And that's a live ball.
That's a live ball.
Estacada falling on it. It just died on the sideline.
Boy.
Tough break for the Rangers.
They just dodged a huge bullet because that looked like Milwaukee came up with that ball, and that would have been a killer if that would have been the case.
So just over 6 minutes to go here in the first half.
But look at the positive from a Milwaukee standpoint is, boy, they just won the field position battle back because they got them pinned way back inside the 20.
You're going to have to make
That's a perfect
prolonged. Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
exactly what you want if you're Milwaukee. So far, Estacada's had field position close to midfield for the start of every drive. This will be their deepest start of the game. 1st and 10 on the 18-yard line with the keep on the far side. Andrew Rydell and
You better get rid of it.
yeah, I think we're going to get a hold on the backside there. But in the meantime, quarterback sack for Grant Ellison. Let's see if we can get the
Oh, nice job by number 11 there. Is that Grant?
That was Grant Ellison for the Mustangs. Waiting for a signal from the officials on what the call is, and they
Well, the one thing I think Estacada needs to know, and I mean, it looks like and they declined it, though, because of the loss, but Estacada can't panic here. It is a long, long way from over, and right now an effective drive, and it means do what you do best, and that's what they need to do. A win here is a long drive. Score or not, I mean, obviously it's better if you score, but if they can do a long march here, take 5 or 6 minutes off the clock, regain the field position battle here, that's a win right now.
Well, and what's winning right now is number 11, Grant Ellison, again at defensive end, stopping that play short. Owen Marine, watch this. Look at him just come right off the edge and sit down on those back heels of the O-line.
Yeah, great play there by number 11.
So 3rd and 12 for Estacada. Backs against the wall a little bit here. Shotgun snap with the keep to the near side. Big pressure, and that's going to be incomplete. If he's calling grounding on that, the number 8, Lane Hartman, was
right
literally
there.
standing right there. He just put it at his feet. I think he's waving off his own flag. Well, I hope he's waving off his own flag.
That's not he's not. That shouldn't be grounding.
Wait for the call here. We're not getting great hand signals from the officials here tonight. We might have to have the old commish send a note that the hand signals will be handy for the broadcast team. So
I'm staying out of that one.
Yeah.
I don't want to get the PFOA mad at me.
no, but I'll tell you what's going to get the PFOA a couple of emails here is that call for intentional grounding on Estacada is going to back them all the way up to the 5.
Did he throw that with the intent of hitting number 8? No, he threw it to get rid of it. I get that. He's not outside the pocket, so I'm not going to totally say, but that's not something typically you would see. Typically, it's an in-the-area call for sure, and there's definitely someone in the area.
And on a 4th down play, Estacada likes to go for it.
Oh, real.
Nehemiah Gall, and he just gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a turnover on downs for Milwaukee. And that's,
I like my buddy over there on the other sideline, but Kenny, come on, you should have punted the ball that time. You guys are in this game. This is not desperation. This game's far from over.
Well, we got a meeting of the minds here, and use that term graciously with the Zebras at the middle of the field. So we'll see what's going on with any kind of call adjustment. Sticks haven't moved. It's still showing 4th down. And it's going to be Milwaukee ball. Not sure what the conference was all about there, but Milwaukee's going to get the ball 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. You know, if you're Estacada, Bob, I mean, obviously a couple of very unfortunate turnovers.
Yeah.
But even if you give up a score here, they've shown they've got the firepower. I mean, they can do a lot. They just need to stop giving Milwaukee good field position.
Well, it's right now the adjustments are all on defense. Like I say, offensively, you can say don't fumble.
Oh, and that's going to do it, though. Ty Jones puts it in the end zone immediately. Finds his man again. Number 10, Tate Brandon.
Yeah, I was going to say, for Estacada, all the focus right now is to be how do we slow this offense down? How do we, if they can do that, if they can find ways to stop them, their offense is good enough to come back and get in this game, even after that touchdown. But they just got to figure a way to shut that quarterback down, and they need to get pressure on him. They need to contain him, make sure they've got good containment, and stop him from running the ball, and force the other players to beat you. I mean, that's where I'm going.
Well, and on a fall down coverage, Ryan Waller got his feet crossed over there, and 2-point conversion's good. Milwaukee's going to go up 36-16. TBYFL Game of the Week from Alder Creek Middle School. This one starting to turn into a bit of a track meet all of a sudden, but it's a one-sided track meet with a couple of inadvertent fumbles from Estacada, and even with that, there's still just under 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. All you got to do is put one on the board. I mean, this is far, far from over. We saw that last week, the Sandy game, where the game's up at Sandy with South Salem. They made that one close late too, so lots of time left in this one.
And that's you just as your Estacada Ranger, you just got to keep your head up right now. You're not playing bad football. You're letting a superior player beat you at times, and that's going to happen. So make the adjustments, figure out how to slow that kid down, and don't do that.
That's a live ball, and Milwaukee.
Oh, Estacada
that might have slipped out from behind, but it's going to be boy.
Wow.
Milwaukee.
Turnover number 3, and
kind of all over it right now.
I mean, looking at the two teams tonight, Estacada's got to be thinking, I got to come in here and play not a perfect game, but a pretty dang good, one of my best games. And I got to say right now, first half, and I think Coach Rideout would agree, they're not playing their best game. That's turnover number 3, and I don't know. I have to go back and check, but how many they've turned. At least 2 of those into touchdowns off turnovers, if not all 3. You just can't do that against a team that's good. So I don't think there's any surprise on the score right now based on the turnover.
Not when you're losing the turnover battle. Handoff to the big dog, number 32, Lorenzo Dukes, and Dukes taking it right down to the wire there. The first down looks like he's going to get it. They're going to move the sticks. So 1st and 10, Milwaukee. After the Dukes carry.
The other thing, I guess the question I would have is, where is Mr. Watkins at? I don't know if hopefully he is just getting a breather and not hurt. I think he's right there across the field. I see him. His helmet is off.
Yeah, so that would be a big.
I will say that would be a huge hit to this Estacada team, because this is probably not a 5-0 Estacada team without him on the field. So I certainly hope he's okay over there and he's just taking a breather, because that'd be a big hit.
So timeout on the field from Milwaukee. It's going to be 4:20 left here in the second. Waiting to see what Estacada comes up with on the defense here to make some stops. Milwaukee having their way of late. It was pretty close in the first quarter, 14-16, and then Milwaukee just taking off.
Yeah, you could kind of tell from the first drive from Milwaukee that, okay, this is a really good team. This is an explosive offense. And Estacada is going to have to play near perfect to at least slow them down. But what surprises me more is, and we know why, is the way the Milwaukee defense has started to really shut down the Estacada offense. That's what's more surprising to me. And like I say, not helped by 3 turnovers in the first half. So you just don't beat average teams when you turn the ball over that many times.
No, and you're not going to do it with that kind of run on first down every time either. The big man, number 28, Dominic Licati. Huge carry there for Dominic, moving the sticks.
Yeah, this Estacada defense without Mr. Watkins at number 21, they're not the same defense. He is the heart and soul of the middle of that defense. And, Milwaukee's just taking what Estacada's given them, and right now the middle is really open. I mean, the middle's open, the outside's open, the passing game seems to be open. They're not getting pressure on the quarterback. We're not able to really seal him in, so they're definitely struggling.
Going on the reverse pass, finding Dominic again. Get a flag on the outside. This one's 2 flags now. This one's coming back. Fumble at the end of the play, though. But long after the flags, we'll see. Yeah, I like the effort there from Faulkner, but this one will be walking back. Good cut back there. Good run. I mean, he hit the edge hard and stretching for it right at the very end. Ball popped out real close to having his knees down. Hard to say, but both those flags are going to move this one back, and we'll see first down one more time. If I can got a holding call on the offense. It's going to move him back 10. So it'll be 1st and 20 now for Milwaukie from the 27-yard line. TVYFL Game of the Week from Alder Creek Middle School. A little air let out of the building in the last little bit here, 36-16. Milwaukie over Estacada, but if Estacada could force the turnover, I mean, there's a whole lot of football left in this one. They just need to get a stop here and keep Milwaukie out of the end zone. Maybe give Caden Watkins a chance to.
Does he have his shoulder pads on?
No, he's still walking around on the sideline over there, fully dressed. So we got a officials timeout on the field. Not really sure what all. We got a Ranger down, getting a little bit of help in the end zone. So Bob, well, we got a minute here. Give us a rundown on the playoff scenario one more time for the 7-8 group here. You had a good little breakdown earlier. And
so right now, if we got to give me a little warning on that, Jake. So I can tell you right now, I mean, the 2 divisions that are going to play, we'll match the 1 and 2 seeds from both divisions against each other. So the 1 will play the 2. The 1s will play the 2s in the first round, and the winners of those games will play in the championship game. So, if we started today, for example, right now it looks like, and this probably is how it finishes. It could possibly shake up a little differently in the 3-4 seeds, but the 1s and 2s. I mean, Lincoln's going to be a 1 seed. The winner of this game is going to be a 1 seed. The loser of this game is probably going to be the 2 seed. Now, what could shake that up? I mean, right now Reynolds is 4-2. I don't know right off the top of my head what the head-to-head was, but if they've even played. So that could be a possibility if let's say Estacada ends up losing this game. Has Estacada and Reynolds already played? Because if they were to play, obviously, and then Reynolds won the head-to-head, then they would slide into the 2 seed, and now they got a shot at playing in the championship game. But as it stands today, Milwaukie and Estacada are whoever wins that game is going to be the 1. The loser will be the 2 seed, and they're going to end up playing Lincoln, who's 6-0. And looks like Molalla, but after Molalla, it drops at 4-2, drops to 2-3. So looks like maybe Madison's not out of it. They're 2-3. Gladstone's 2-3, but in all likelihood, Molalla will be the 2 seed. So if this game ended right now and Milwaukie ended up the 1 seed, it'd be Molalla against Milwaukie, and Estacada would have a date with the Lincoln Cardinals, who were the blend champions from last year. And right now they look, although I'll tell you what, the way Milwaukee's playing tonight, that might be one heck of a game.
That very well could be
if it ends up being that way. But like I say, I think this game isn't over. more importantly, this season for Estacada, even if they don't win tonight. Right now, 21, Mr. Watkins over on the sidelines is a big part of, I think, of what's causing Estacada to go south a little bit here toward the latter part of the second half or first half. So that being said, so if we shake it down, I'll just go ahead to the 3-4 brackets, and they're a little bit more wide open because we got in the Landry Valley division, Madison, Gladstone, Franklin. Any one of two of those three teams are going to be the 3-4 seeds. Roosevelt's probably the only team that seems to be out at 0-6 right now. If you go up into this Harrison Valley division with Milwaukie and Estacada, you're looking at Reynolds being probably the 3 seed, possibly maybe having a chance to move up to the 2 seed. And then you got a Rex Putnam team. It's 2-3, and McKay is 1-4. So those two teams will be probably battling out for the 4 seed. I've seen the Rex Putnam team play. They played a Madison team that's pretty good. Putnam's got some players for sure, so they're not out of it. But it looks like they got a pretty good shot at making the playoffs and being in the 3-4 bracket. So that's how the playoffs for the blends will go this year, and we'll see how it goes. But I think there's going to be some good games in those brackets. I'm looking forward to, especially the championship game. I mean, it looks like say if it ended up being a Milwaukie Lincoln type thing, which is kind of where it looks like right now, that is going to be a war.
Definitely, we got injured Ranger on the field here. We're taking a little bit extra time. But you mentioned that Reynolds matchup. Last game of the season here will be Reynolds and Estacada.
Ooh.
On the 26th. So that should have some implications for sure.
Especially if Estacada were to lose this game and be 5-1 and Reynolds wins out, that's for second place. And whether you're playing in the gold or the silver bracket, that's definitely going to be a big game. I have not seen Reynolds play yet.
Well, they won. Milwaukie beat them last week, and I'm not positive this is a correct score report. I mean, it was definitely a victory for Milwaukie, but the score report was 2-0 over Reynolds. So I'm gonna guess there was an error on input there potentially.
Well, I'll say that I have seen that score this year.
Yeah, that might have been last week.
It was legitimate. It wasn't last week. It was week 1 actually.
Okay.
Oregon City versus Sunset Varsities played to a 2-0 game. So I know it's possible, but
it is mathematically possible.
I
like my safeties.
I will say, just looking at this Milwaukie team tonight, that's probably a misprint.
That's my guess as well. And so we've got a pretty extended delay here. Rangers and staff on the sideline weren't able to see who was injured, but we're gonna pause here for a few minutes because it's gonna take a bit to bring this young Ranger up off the field, and we'll come back to here in just a few moments. Welcome back, everybody, to the TVYFL Game of the Week. Had a bit of an injury intermission there. Number 43 for Estacada, Spencer Grund, took a pretty good hard hit, and Spencer is off to go seek expert opinion on it. Clackamas Fire responding and doing a great job here at the field. Teams are warming back up. It's a tough thing, Bob. You know, it's the last thing you want to see. I mean, Spencer was moving around, but it definitely looked like he wasn't feeling his best.
Yeah, I feel for the family, and I'm sure the the players are a little impacted too by this. But it's it's unfortunate, and I just hope that at the end of the day the kid's going to be okay, and we'll see how it goes. So.
Yeah, we watched the replay. Nothing egregious, just like one of those kind of one guy looking left, one guy looking right, and collisions. It just happens sometimes. False start here for Milwaukie. He's going to back him up a considerable amount. 1st and 25 now. It's been a little bit. Everybody's a little bit cold, and we'll see.
Yeah.
If what kind of impact this has on both sides as they've been standing around here for about 40 minutes. Handoff inside and running right at the Ranger defensive line is number 32, Lorenzo Dukes. Dukes taken down by Grady Smith. Good tackle there from the Ranger D lineman.
Well, number 11 for the Milwaukie team. I'm not sure he's
Grant
one of the
Ellison.
linemen.
Yeah,
he and another guy just shot out, and I mean he was blocking a guy to the second level in a hurry. So that was a great job by number 11. Back to the injury, it's weird, and you see this where both players kind of took the same impact from, and it's weird. One kid gets up and seemed to have zero effect, and looked like say this pretty much the same hit, and one kid doesn't, and ends up I'm sure just precautionary time because we would always err on the side of safety here, so they decided to call the ambulance and get him over here and let's have a professional look at him and make sure there's nothing major, and if there is, let's get it taken care of. So just odd how that looks, when you see big hits like that, and one guy just pops up like and nothing happened, and the other kid doesn't.
So Ty Jones there connects with his favorite target, Trevor Olson, for about a 7-yard catch. It's going to be 3rd and 15 here. Much more subdued crowd following that. Going into halftime on the slant. Oh, and trying to break on it. That was going to be close to an interception. If he got his hands under it, Ryan Felke, that would have been a pick 6. Ball was considerably short. Watch this on the Ready Go replay. Felke kind of paused on it. That one was just in the turf a little bit too low, but Felke had big eyes. Hoping to take that one back the other direction.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how this, losing number 43 there, the kid who got hurt.
Spencer Grund.
Spencer, this already depleted, esticated defense and offense from number 21, one of their better players on the sideline as well, and has been. And I'm not so sure he has shoulder pads on now. He's got a hoodie on now, and it looks like he might be done for the game. And
Caden looks like he's done, and a little train wreck here in the backfield, the Rangers, but able to deflect the ball on 4th down. It's going to be turnover on downs. Ready to go replay here. Just got his hand on it. Nice job
play
there.
It's nice to see the esticated, like the kids that are out there, just next man up, and they're going to continue to battle. I know the way this is a blue-collar community and blue-collar team, and they're certainly not going to roll over for anybody. They're going to go out there and fight with who's ever on the field. So kudos to that team for coming back and making a big stop there.
Well, big ball over the top. Nice looking ball, just a little bit too strong. Owen Marine on the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Estacada.
Ooh.
Flag on the field, and waiting for ineligible receiver downfield. Estacada.
It's the second time we've seen that tonight.
Second time we've seen that. And that was a pretty quick boot and pass to have somebody already that far downfield ineligible, but it'll be 1st and 15 after the penalty for the Rangers. Andrew Rydell at quarterback. Kicking out of the near side. Pressure coming from the backside. He's going to need to get rid of it or get going. One or the other. And tracking him down, Grant Ellison, number 11.
Yeah, Milwaukee just swarming on that. Without Watkins out there, I mean, the Estacada doesn't have a lot of threats right there. So I mean, besides Rydell at quarterback, and the defense really is able to key on him. It's gonna make it tough. I mean, Estacada's they've lost a couple of their key players tonight, and what looked like a great matchup here early on is we'll see how it works out, and maybe Estacada surprises us all, and like I say, is able to fight and make this a close game.
Well, and staying in the fight, going over the top, almost making the catch. Number 23, Ryan Thelke. Tell you, Andrew Rydell has got an arm and a half on him, and just about dropped it over the top of both the.
I mean, risky throw for sure, but yeah, look at that. I mean, that's a downfield throw.
It's about 1 yard short of being a catch and go for Thelke. In the meantime, it's 3rd and 11 here for the Rangers. Rydell on the run. He's going down the sideline. He's going to get right to the first down stick, stretches it across, and that's going to move the sticks for Estacada. First down, Rangers on the 30.
That's good for them because, like I say, right now they don't want to give Milwaukee the ball back with any time left to really stretch this lead even more. So, big play that time by Mr. Rydell.
Well, he stepped out of bounds, but they're winding the clock. So
yeah,
it is what it is. 1st and 10 here on the 29-yard line for Estacada. See if they can chop off a couple more big chunks here and get in striking range. Rydell's got quite the arm. Big ball going across the middle. Into the hands and out. So
almost picked off there too. And
Thelke almost had it, then almost picked by the Milwaukee